some lot of exciting products coming from the Apple in 2025, and there are some products which are already lined up, such as the iPhone 17 series and also the AirPods and the watches. But there are some of the products which are like, let's just push towards the upgradation because they are in need. So in this today's video, we are going to be talking about some of the products which are going to be launching in the 2025 by the Apple itself, and some of the products which are kind of crazy enough to blow up your mind by the Apple itself. So without any further ado, this is Captain Diaz, and let's get started. So let's start off with something which is familiar to you also and familiar to me also. The iPhone 17 series. The kind of a say there are some major things which are definitely going to be uplifting over here. Definitely the processors are going to be upgrading from the A18 and A18 Pro to the A19 and the 19 Pro. This time the Pro versions are going to be going ahead a little bit with a 2mm semiconductor size, which is kind of crazy also. And top of the line, it is also expected that the 2mm might be not going to be happening, but at the end of the day, as of now, it is expected that the 2mm will be coming for the iPhone 17 series, which is kind of excitement for me. But at the end of the day, the design, yes, definitely the design is going to be having a bit of upgrade. As of now, there are no renders and no typical type of images has been seen around, but the expectation is for the iPhone 17 slims, kind of a triple in the vertical on the top of the camera grid. It is expected that head format might be coming for the complete lineup, but not for the iPhone 17 and the 17 Air, SE plus E, whatever you want to call it, because we'll be getting that in a bit, because that phone might be getting external, or you can see completely different than what we used to be seeing. Partly the cameras are going to be upgrading a bit of, and also the expectations for the display is also expected to going a bit of high and upgradation. The dynamic island is going to be as it is, and the front camera is also going to be upgrading a bit of, and the lidar sensor is also expected to getting a massive upgradation in terms of the hardware capability and also in the software capabilities, which is kind of in need as for the Vision Pro is also on the line, and the Vision Pro's expansions and all those materials will be coming up in the ecosystem, peripherals and all those things. Partly the Type-C port is expected to getting a bit of more functionality, and some of the feature wise the thing will be also going to be locked for this complete iPhone 17 series only. I'm excited to see the software side reviews. Has no one liked a lot of things about the Apple intelligence, and this year might be the one of the year where the Apple might be pulling off, has doing Apple way is the key motto nowadays from the Apple. Partly there are not a lot of leaks for the iPhone 17 series too. So let's see how by the time the leaks tied up, and we'll be making another video. MacBook Air. So this year the major upgrade for the MacBook Air is going to be the M4 processor. Partly I don't seems to be having a lot of upgradation in terms of the price point version, but yeah, this time they will be going ahead, and as usual a bit of price hike will be seen for this MacBook Air. Partly it will be also having the nano texture display option, which is kind of a crazy type of idle thing, which is expectedly going to be overpriced, and very few of the people are there who are going to be taking a look at that option. 13-inch and 15 inches of the versions are going to be given for the users to buy. Partly the 12 megapixel sensor is there, 16 GB standard version going uplift. Not a lot of major changes as usual, and the notch might be getting removed in this years of the MacBooks, but not a major upgradation in terms of the design. Of things which are, as I told in the introduction section, that they are pushed forward, so they are happening. That's again with the iPad 11 generation. Not a lot of major things. Apple Intelligence has been pushed up as really forward. So do this device. So this device will be having a major upgradation of the Apple Intelligence introduction chipset, which is the A15 Pro chipset, which is kind of crazy enough that this wasn't in need, and this will be an expensive, no more budgetified based Apple device will be on this guy, so it will be expensive and might be I don't have any confirmation. The Apple Pencil will be also having upgrade editions. Apparently, 8 GB of RAM, and it is expected that Apple is also working upon its own Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chipsets. So this device and the iPhone device, which I forgot to mention in the iPhone sections, will be having the upgradation on this guy. Let's see how it turns out. And Apple's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chipset, complete timeline has been kind of a has seen a lot of ups and downs. So let's see how this guy will be turning out. We can't forget the Apple accessories, and this year the AirPods won't be seeing any major upgrade. AirPods Maxes are going to be having seen with the major upgrades. As of now, no leaks has been rendered up, but it is expected that this needs an upgrade, and apparently not the Type C was the upgradation only, but a lot of things are there which needed to be upgraded on this guy, the AirPod Max itself. So Apple is going to be pushing that guy forward. Partly AirTags 2, yeah, a more precise finding and more stable updation is required for this guy. That's why Apple is going to be pushing the AirTags 2 with the another generation. Same design might be there, bunch of things are there which needed upgradation, and a lot of things are there which needed upliftment. So AirTags 2 is also on the timeline, but partly I don't seems to be having a lot of upgradation for my device. But yeah, more precise, more actionized, and more stable with the AirTags 2. Finally, has a budget iPhone, hopefully, basically also going to be launching in this year. The iPhone SE. There are a lot of various names which has been rendered around on this guy, but I will be calling it as the iPhone SE 2025. Partly, this guy will be having the same upgradation over the Apple Intelligence and a lot of things, but this guy will be having some good things also. Notch display finally coming up. The iPhone 14 type of design, the vertical type of design, iPhone 14, 13 type of design. Notch will be same as usual as the iPhone 13 series, and the 14 series will be coming up over here. Partly, the cameras will be also having a major upliftment. Only the single camera will be there, but the renders also shows the dual camera setup, the 48 and the 12, or 12 plus 12. But my expectations, as per me, the Apple way is only the single camera, and pushing it with the Apple Intelligence, and the A18 processor is expected for this guy. Partly USB-C, 8 GB of RAM, and also if Notch is there, then Face ID will be also coming up on this guy. And Apple's own modernized intelligence-based chipset, the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chips will be there by the Apple itself. It is also expected. Partly, I don't seem to be having a major changes, but over the price point, it is expected that around $400 to $500 the price might be varying up, and in Indian region the 40k to 50k price point will be varying up. 128 GB should be the base version as per me. As of now, there hasn't been some renderized updates over the variants, but 128 and the 256 GB options will be there. And a lot of people will be having equations whether should we buy with this guy or any another. But if you are interested in more of this, what we will be looking for with the iPhone SE, let me cover a lot of big updates. Afterwards, I will be talking about this guy. As of now, there isn't anything. Yeah, and yeah, MagSafe is also going to be on this guy too. So it's a packed up phone with a lot of good things as compared to the previous iPhone SE. Much needed things. The slimmest iPhone going to be launching in the 17 lineup. It is expected only, but it will be having a lot of names. First glance, the display is going to be as good as possible, as on the complete 17 lineup, has same was over here. It is expected that this will be the fifth phone adding up or replacing the Plus version on the iPhone lineup. Partly the processor, expectedly it will be going on to the pro sided or the non-pro sided. As per the name, the Slim and the SE, not the Slim and the S versions, I don't seem to be having a lot of confusion. It will be the slimmest phone, the 6mm size. No millimeter wave will be there on this guy, which is the sad point. But yeah, there is a millimeter wave on the complete global outreach, but over in USA, this phone won't be having the millimeter wave support. A lot of things will be all cutted off on this guy, as this will be the very first device to be as slim as possible, and the battery might be not that much good, and Apple might be pushing 120 hertz also for the non-pro versions this year. So let's see how it will be going, but I don't seems to be having any expectation that Apple might not be pushing, because people has forgotten that the 120 hertz is only reserved for the pro guys, not the non-pro version. So let's see how they will be doing. Expected that this year the Apple will be focusing completely on the home accessories and the Apple HomeKit based devices. Especially it is seen in the CES, a lot of products have been showcased from various brands in the Apple's HomeKit section. But apparently, there are three products which Apple is completely giving a big focus on the Apple's HomeKit, let's say the Apple Home accessories. Partly, the very first thing is the Apple Home Control Center, which is a kind of say a 6-inch of iPad type of designed tablet, and as for me, it's iPad Mini. The vendor showcased a very unusual type of blocked design, but I guess it's kind of a similar to Kindle and the iPad combined. So yeah, this will be focusing a lot onto the home accessories and only that things. But apparently, it's a good device to be carried forward in the Apple ecosystem. But let's see how it will be unveiling itself on the WWDC or something like that. I don't know. Apple Cameras is also expected to launch. Has the name defined? Apple Camera. It's a camera for your magnetized device or something like that. But it's expected on the timeline. And thirdly, the Apple Home Doorbell. Has the name defined? It's a doorbell, so it will be functionized as a doorbell. Partly, I don't seem to be having any other options which will be seen on the Apple side. But yeah, these three are the most excited products, especially the Apple Home Control Center. Basically, I'm excited about that guy. The cameras and those all things will be precise, especially the doorbell and the camera. And I will be thinking about how Apple will be linking them to the ecosystem and how Apple will be explaining themselves. So that's the most excited part for me. Of course, this were the things which Apple forgotten about, and they decided to push the upgrade. The Apple HomePod Mini 2 and the Apple HomePod next generation. So this guys, the HomePod, the bigger version, will be having a display as per the expectation, kind of a similar to the Amazon Alexa Hub, something like that big screen type, or something similar as per me to the Google Pixels tablet. So let's see how it will be doing, and of course the OG, which I don't think it needs any upgradation or something like that. But yeah, there are some companies who are providing some of the new things. So Apple was like, let's just push this up. The Apple TV 4K. Yeah, doesn't seems to be having any type of upgradation as for me. But yeah, it's something like that. If you need upgrade, you go. Not a lot of things will be upgraded. AI and those all things, integration and all those things on the top of the home Apple's TV will be there. But yeah, it's good. I have explained some of the ways in I don't have a lot of leaks and the renders, but yeah, there are some excitement which has been built up for these products. Partly AirPods, if they launched up, I don't seems to be having any excitement for those, because it's good. As usually, it's good. I don't seems to be having any another display on the top of it. No, it's AirPods. Make it as usual. Apple Watch series is as usually. I don't seems to be having to see upgradation, especially why the Watch Ultra 2 came out only for just one color. Uh, no, so yeah, it's already good. Let them be good. Partly expected dates of this products: the iPhone SE with the HomePods, Apple TV, and some of the accessories is expected to launch in WWDC. Has a fast-paced upgradation and things like that. And 17 series will be as usually coming in the September with a lot of leaks and the vendors piling up, and we'll be able to see them. Partly, if you take a look at the AirTags, of course with the iPhone series and watches and those things will be of course with the iPhone series. The two products, the MacBook and the iPad, it is expected to launch in the Q1 of the 2025. So let's see. Not that much excited, but yeah, iPad 10 generation upgradation, and if Apple's good eyes will be there on this product, then it might be coming in the cheaper hand. So let's see how Apple will be doing. Anyways, what do you think about this video? Like, share, subscribe. Gonna be definitely appreciating our work. For more videos like this, subscribe to Kiaras and Diaras. This was Captain Diaras once again signing off, seeing you in the another video.